Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's games of Dakota Collegiate Rocket League. Today, I'm joined by K-Tool, who is actually currently still in a match. Unfortunately, Psionics tournaments can go a little long sometimes. So there's that. Normally, I'd have you introduce yourself, but I'm sure everyone already knows who K-Tool is, so that's not really necessary, nor is it really a possibility. But tonight, we have 3 games, 2 of which will be streamed by me, then someone will be taking over later tonight. For now, we have Triumvirate versus Tellecommuters, and then later we have Boost Injectors versus Doughboys. For now, though, we've got some Triumvirate versus Tellecommuters action going on.
So I'm excited for this one. I'm excited. I've been wanting some DIV action for a while, and hopefully we're finally going to get it. I will say this Tellecommuters team, we were kind of talking in the green screen and interested to see if they are going to be taking the dub or do Triumvirate actually get their second win of the season. And my tournament, don't worry, it just ended. And that's how you lose in the grand finals. So, oops. But no, I'm excited for this one. DIV action is always the best in my opinion. So I'm excited to get other casts under my belt.
Yep, and there's definitely been a lot of activity going on in Division A. Division A and Division B have been very, very close. Honestly, all of the divisions have been really, really close. But for now, we're going to be looking at Division A standings. We've got a lot to unpack here. No 5-0 sweeps. We do have Urbanauts at 0-5 at the bottom. But otherwise, every single team is really, really tight. Plenty of 4-1s, plenty of 3-2s, and plenty of 1-4s on this board. Really scary division up here.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Looking at this one, I mean, both these teams are, we got Tellecommuters sitting at 3-2 right now, and neither one of these teams honestly has had a super impressive season. I'm looking kind of at the key players, and you look at Heat Assassin, you look at Prometheus, the two most mechanical players kind of on the field, and one of them is going to be in the opponent's half 99% of the game, and the other is going to be in net 99% of the game. So it's going to be interesting to see just kind of the counters between them.
Yep, and with that, why not just hop right into some of this blue team standings, or sorry, Tellecommuters. So we've got Tellecommuters 3-2. Like you said, Alex, he's going to be that one who's kind of going for some clips, going for some nutty plays, doing a little bit of action on the offensive end. So we'll love to see how a very offensive player goes against the most defensive player in the league. And then on the second end of things, we got Z-Wales there to back him up, leading in demos a game. He definitely is that player in Division A who's going to be using demos to disrupt the play, and then Kicker, an amazing third man, putting up nearly a goal a game and doing just about the average for all the other stats. Like, he is a very middle of the pack guy, but honestly, that's kind of what you need from a third man. A third man being insanely consistent is really, really good to see.
Yeah, the biggest thing I've noticed is when he was in DCRL last time, he actually ended up taking a semester off. But his biggest thing was his shooting. He was not putting the ball in the back of the net. He'd get lots of shots, but shooting percentage would be like in the low teens. And now he's got it up, in the high 30s. So like huge improvement. So kind of like you said, just being a very consistent third man has proved very well for this team.
Yep, and definitely all 3 members on the field are hitting that happy zones, and 30 to 38% shooting percentage on all. That's something that kind of slips by a lot of people, but for me, I noticed that, and that's actually a decently high. I mean, an average might be at that 30% mark. 1 in 3 shots going in, I'd say, is a perfectly respectable, but for having all 3 of your players hitting their shots is actually a phenomenal stat to have. Let's look at the other end of things, though, on the Triumvirate side, 1 in 4. What do you think, K-Tool?
Do I even have to say what stands out? Obviously it's Heat Assassin with the saves, but what's interesting is, like, you look at his saves at 3. The next person is at like 1.8. Like, it is astronomically high compared to everyone else. But again, that's just Heat Assassin's play style. Having played with him multiple seasons in varsity, it's just what you've come to expect, honestly, at this point in time. So then you look at kind of his, supporting cast in Ecrux and Blasky, who Ecrux, dude will pull out the most mechanical crap you've ever seen and just peek on you out of the blue. So I definitely expect it tonight. And then Blasky is, you talk about consistency, you talk about being the bump disruptor, and just the sheer, will to win. Like, he's just coming off of a win last season. Like, this team wants to win. And what's interesting, kind of little, backstory or a little inside information is Heat Assassin is no longer swapping cars. So apparently for the first 4 matches, he was swapping cars every single match. and they weren't winning. And then last match, he stuck with the Octane for 3 games of the 5, and they got their first win. So I expect him to stick with the Octane. So I think this team is actually starting to care a little bit, which we'll see if it translates well or not.
You mentioned that, but some other inside information I have is Tellecommuters, Alex, or Prometheus. Some of you might know, some of you might not. He does typically play on a laptop, which is not ideal when you have 4:3 aspect ratio. This time, he is in the esports lab, which means I think he's going to be performing a little bit better, and most of his losses are due to, in my opinion, a little bit of the laptop, but also just in general, it's just a loss. Most of his dubs when he's popping off is because he's on an actual computer, and today we do see that he's on a computer. So we have both Heat and Alex, well, Prometheus, sorry, I keep saying Alex. Prometheus, both of them are playing with like full form, I would say. So it's definitely going to be a matchup tonight to see.
Yeah, it is going to be a matchup to see. You're right. Oh, I'm excited for this one. With predictions being done, I'll just go right out and say I think Triumvirate's going to take this one. I saw them get their first win last time playing well. And then the fact that I know Heat Assassin is actually going to stick with his car. And apparently their comms have been a little suspect in the past, and they're going to take it a little more seriously. So we'll see if that does equate to another win tonight. So I'm going on Triumvirate tonight.
How many games do you think? I'm curious on game prediction. It's cool to look at to see if you can get a game prediction right, too. What are you thinking for game prediction?
3-1. 3-1 Triumvirate.
That's a bit of a bold prediction.
It is, and I've already told Grillfly this. If I get my prediction right, I am going all in on the next match on his team winning, which is going to be like 140,000 channel points. So if you want me to spend my money, you better hope for a 3-1 win.
Yep. And for my predictions, it's not much of a surprise. Look, you got a DSU boys on the side of Tellecommuters. I gotta back up Prometheus' team with this. Gotta back up Tellecommuters. I do think this one's gonna be a fight for them because I think this is a great rival team for them. So I think this one is gonna go the distance. I think we see a game 5 here. So I'm gonna take Tellecommuters in 5. I think the most accurate of those two is going to be the game count because this is going to be a very close series. But I think regardless, it's going to 5. I think they take it in 5.
No, it's okay to be wrong. I get it. You know,
it's going to be wrong. Nah, it's a W prediction.
Well, I'm excited to get into this one. Looks like we got everyone in the party. And I'm excited. This one looks like everyone is ready to go get into this one. We've got a 1-4 Triumvirate versus the 3-2 Tellecommuters. Curious in chat if you guys got any game predictions too up on this one. So we'll see what's happening here. I got 3-1. You got obviously 3-2 going their way. We'll see if one of us is correct on this one.
Yep. As we get into this, all the teams are joining. Can't wait to see how this series goes. I'm hoping for the game 5, but we'll see.
We love the broken overlays. You have fun fixing that one. I'll have fun talking about Ecrux going for stuff in. First of all, that is one of my favorite decals I've seen with that car, and they're probably gonna get scored on. But of course, Heat Assassin. I shouldn't even bother. He'd never get scored on. It's annoying how good he is at defense, but. I expect this is going to be a lot of high-flying action between Prometheus and Z-Wills. They're kind of known in the scene as being one of the heavier ball chasers going for crazy clips. And you talked about Prometheus was playing very well this last week. And Prometheus, to me, if he doesn't go for crazy, like, mechanical stuff, he is one of the best players on the field. But when he goes for crazy stuff, he takes himself out, and Heat Assassin just gets to sneak it in. Ecrux, yep. What a pass from him. Blasky and Heat going up for that one. There's almost nothing you can do from Prometheus. That is just a great team play from him.
Unfortunately, he was having to guard either the backboard or the goal. He chose the goal. Ecrux saw that, passed up to the backboard, and left for a great shot coming out from Heat. But seeing a lot of aggression coming out from Triumvirate. I know we said it might end up being a lot more favored into the offensive end of Tellecommuters, but so far we're seeing some amazing offense coming from that Triumvirate team. Prometheus trying to carry it out. He can't quite get it out. Heat's trying to get something going, not quite. Kicker's going to kick that ball out of danger.
Lasky now just taking his time. A little bit of an awkward 50, but Ecrux should have time maybe for a solo play, but the first bounce did not go well on the wall. Gonna try to get a nice 50 mid, which he does, but Prometheus is there for a good touch. Heat Assassin now doesn't get a corner read. He's got enough boost, but has to bail out of that one. Blasky with the shot. It's going to be going off the corner. Ecrux, is he there? And he shoots it. And that's an open net upward corner. Ecrux in the sheer pressure. We got a 2-0 to Triumvirate.
Yep, a beautiful shot. Beautiful play coming out, catching Prometheus and Wales out. Unfortunately, Kicker was not ready for them both to beat out, and he
gotta
gets
stay
scored
back
on.
post. Come on, buddy. You know better than that. I'm gonna have to snap him later. He knows better than that. But yeah, definitely not the start that you're expecting coming out from this Tellecommuters team. As Kicker now looking for a shot himself, and Ecrux falling from the ceiling says, "Not today." We are going to be a stalwart on this goal line here. We're just under 2 minutes in, and we really have yet to see a good first shot from Tellecommuters that hasn't had 3 players from Triumvirate just diving at it.
Yep, as you say,
There's
that a
another
great one coming out from Kicker. He can't quite find it, but Prometheus finds perfectly top shelf, bar down ski, and finds its way in.
What a shot. I was just going to say, more people diving at this ball. Blasky and Ecrux can't jump up. I think both of them didn't think it was actually going to be on because they jumped and stopped boosting. But it does, in fact, go bar down. So cutting the lead in half is Tellecommuters. But again, I think game 1 is going to end up just being a little bit of a testing, how aggressive does Heat Assassin be, who is, as known in the past, is being super, super defensive. But again, when he's on offense, he just finds ways to put the ball in the back of the net.
Yep, and as we're saying that, finding more aggression coming out from Triumvirate on the other side of things, doing a great job of holding them in their half. You can tell that the Tellecommuters, one thing that I think they struggle with a little bit, as I'm saying this, a great goal comes out from Prometheus. Ecrux tries to save it. He can't get around it enough to send it to the backboard. So unfortunately, ties the series up. We see a tied game, half the game done. Basically, the first half didn't even happen.
Yeah, that was not a good pass mid from Heat Assassin. You probably expected him to put that off the backboard, but yeah, that's free for Prometheus just to see that and hit it all the way downfield. Nothing really Ecrux can do. So we had a quick 2-goal swing one way and then the other, so we'll see who's going to get the tiebreaker. Blasky now trying to get some demos. Again, he's so consistent at it. As we see pinch off ceiling. Is that going on target? Ecrux does just dive there just in time. There's going to be a lot of pinches here tonight. I can call it right now.
Yep, I wonder if any of them will find the back of the net. We certainly hope so. Pinch plays are amazing to see. Z-Wales getting a great clear. What I was talking about earlier is I think the main problem Tellecommuters tend to find is they get a little bit antsy on defense. They don't like to sit there that long, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but then they occasionally find themselves rotating up for offensive end when they're not quite ready to move onto offense just yet. So you'll find maybe some of their guys push up a little bit too early to be ready for a play to move. But then again, that kind of play style can lead to a lot of counterattacks, and thus far, yes, we have seen a great counterattack action coming from Tellecommuters.
I am going to go on a limb here and say the next goal is going to get scored by Ecrux on a follow-up from Heat Assassin's shot.
This is a bold prediction. I do think Ecrux is definitely one of the shooters. He might just go and do that himself right now. I thought he almost got a...
Do it!
Oh,
no,
almost!
Bro! Ecrux, you're killing me, bro. It was off of Heat's shot. It was there. He jumped over the ball.
Yep, that was almost a very, very clutch prediction.
My God.
K2 almost spoke that one into existence.
I'm not gonna lie, Braden. I'm a little mad at you right now for that. Or sorry, Brandon, but yeah, it's frustrating. But hey, we got Triumvirate getting a lead off of every single goal except for, I was gonna say, 2 of the 3 goals from Triumvirate has been literally from like 2 feet away from the goal line. Just sheer pressure. So I think we're seeing just a little bit of collapse on defense of Tellecommuters, just trying to figure out overextensions and how to limit them.
Yep, Blasky with a great pass down to Ecrux. Ecrux, a heat on target. Bravo to Wales for reading that play, because that was definitely a scary one. That was a beautiful passing play coming out from all 3 of them getting a piece of it, but couldn't quite convert. And now we're going the other way with just 30 seconds on the clock, 1 goal lead. Can they get it tied up, send it to OT, or maybe tie it up and get another one? Great pass middle. Ecrux there to save them from that. Z-Well is going to send it to the side. Heat there to get them on the offensive end. They need to turn this around quick if they want to tie this up with only 15 seconds on the clock.
Pinch.
Great pinch. nearly there.
Boys, you gotta put the ball in the back of the net. I don't know what else to tell you. Just like someone, it's open. But again, every single shot and goal is within like 2 feet of net. You're noticing that. There's no pressure really from the midfield. It's just let's get the ball directly up in their face, and they're just not going to allow them to get it clear. Just shot after shot. I mean, this is crazy. The shots from both of these teams just sheer back and forth, and somehow Triumvirate get a game 1 win here.
Yeah, one thing that I think is a little bit underrated is just how comfortable players are feeling, because if you looked in the cameras, Heated and Ecrux, they were laughing so much after every goal. Whereas, hold up, maybe a lobby remake. Whereas, definitely the other side of things looked a little bit more nervous in that first game.
Yeah, they're asking to change to US East because some of these amateur streamers got them on the West.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what to tell you here. But anyways, as we get back into this one, interesting. Yeah, Heat Assassin. He's late in the lead. Saves, shots, demos, touches. Yeah, honestly, no surprise on that one. But it'll be interesting to see. And you know what's interesting, Andy? I see you in chat. Is what's sad to say is this production is better than 80% of all of the NA top 16 teams. Tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, but this is some peak production, though. I mean, I kind of like it a little bit more than some aspects of like even the best broadcasts.
Yeah, the team stream. The team streams are rough. Some of them, dude. Like honestly, they just like 2 text boxes, just Arial team names, Arial font, toss the team names, and call her a day. Like bro, it's just sad. But either way, kicker tossing this one. Zeros with the almost the redirect. He would have had that. Lasky though, just destroying his hopes and dreams, and they're probably going to get countered on this one. It should be free from Blasky, which it is. You see the dreams get crushed and then sent to the other side kicker. He's in such an awkward 2v1. There's really not much you can do, and Triumvirate just continuing the onslaught.
Yep, and we definitely need to see Tellecommuters come alive a little bit more. Their offensive pushes haven't really been scary for Triumvirate, which is kind of the pushes you need against Triumvirate. So I'm looking to see a little bit more of that offensive pressure coming from this Telecommuter team. As I'm saying that, a great touch up the field. Heat's going to have control. A great dunk coming from kicker, but it goes just a little bit wide. Now we're going back the other way as Heat's trying to ball every player on the field, but he can't quite do it himself.
One of the things I see that's happening here is because Triumvirate aren't willing to really commit super hard, especially with how defensive Heat is, and then you got Telecommuters who are super over aggressive. It's actually perfect counterattack opportunity for Triumvirate, which we've seen already 3 or 4 goals in this series, exactly that reason. So we'll see if Prometheus kind of sits back a little more as that third man to counter that.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to ask them if they're the winners in the winners view. We'll definitely have to ask them if that was the game strat, maybe just playing a little bit more cautious and just letting Telecommuters overcommit until eventually you have that good scoring opportunity on the counterattack. I think that's a very viable strategy against this Telecommuters team. But let's see if Telecommuters can counter that strategy with a strategy of their own, maybe become a little bit more cautious on offense, maybe. Or just 2-player right there. Almost worked out, though.
I like throwing 5 bodies at the ball and kind of see what happens here. Ecrux with a great flick over 1. Can he get a 50? No, he can't. He Assassin up, though. I bet he's going to find a touch, which he does. Again, he is so... I don't think you guys understand how good he is at these sidewall reads.
Yeah, everyone has their own little niche, I guess, whether it be Heat being known for his saves, but he honestly has several things he's known for. Those kind of touches is definitely one of them, and small touches like that can definitely turn the tides in a series, as Prometheus trying to get something going for his own, trying to get his name set on the board. But I don't think we've really said too much about the Telecommuters in their praise yet for this match. We're definitely waiting to see something come alive in them yet this series.
The only thing we've talked about is them getting scored on, and so far that kind of seems to be happening. I'm expecting them to get scored in the next 10 seconds, to be honest.
I think that might hold true with what I just witnessed, but not quite.
He's killing me here. Both times he has opportunities. And Z-Will's saying Heat Assassin, that is not gonna fly here. Just getting a little tap in, and yeah, if you're Heat, that is not the touch you wanted there.
Yeah, I want to know how he got that the copyright symbol on his on his name. I didn't know you could do that. Well, that's what the R is with the little circle, yeah?
Yep.
I want to know how he did that. He's the one who threw off the overlay for the record.
Ooh, it's a whiff from Kicker, but it gives Prometheus a free touch. Z-Wills, that is not a good touch. Should be going the other way, but no one actually there to early challenge that one. Heat Assassin going to be banging this one up to Blasky. Maybe down to E-Crux it is. He's going to bang it to the corner, but no one's going to be able to read that. Should be a free touch from Z-Wills, but he missed, and he's going to get faked out. Oh, this is disgusting. Oh my god, Heat Assassin!
Heat Assassin just absolutely in the heads of Telecommuters, beating out 1-2 with a fake, and then just popping it high to get over Prometheus, and just tapping it in for the final little touch to score. Beating out all three, 2 with a fake, 1 with a high shot. That is an amazing play right there.
Holy, what a goal. You talk about just kind of the mental destroyer. Triumvirate looking to go 2-0 up in the series right now. And that is just, that's just mean.
Still trying to do it, and you can see just the smiles on Heat Assassin's face right now, and you can just tell it's just, that one got in their heads a little bit.
Ooh, Prometheus, can he go for a solo play?
Trying to prove me wrong, oh my god! Not quite. Almost.
It was close, I'll admit. It was close. Z-Wills now taking it above, gonna be a little awkward. Has to drop it off to Prometheus, a little awkward one too, but it does end up working. Now only 35 seconds left here. What do we see out of Telecommuters? Again, trying to not go down 2-0 as Kicker tries to body his way through. Prometheus gonna get a touch off the ceiling. Who's gonna be there? Where is Kicker? He's mid, but he had to drop back, and that was a whiff. Blasky whiffs that one, and Kicker didn't expect it. Still a chance here with 20 seconds left. Heat Assassin coach just trying to hold on here.
They just need to hold on just for a few more seconds, but I definitely saw it. We've seen Telecommuters come alive a little bit more in this towards the end of it. Unfortunately, for game 2, it's a little bit too late for them. Hopefully I don't eat my words, but with the last second on the clock, they need to go the full distance, and Heat has control for this. He tries to put it down, and he does. We have a 2-0 lead in favor of Triumvirate. In order for Telecommuters to need to pull this off, they would need to pull off a reverse sweep against a absolutely insane version of Heat Assassin.
See, I'm not worried right now because Telecommuters, they're going to get this next game. And then Triumvirate are going to win, right? But, I mean, I had them 3-1. And, you know, you can ask, like, the cheesy part, oh, well, this is what happens, you know, Telecommuters, what do you need to do next? Dude, I don't really know, honestly. I think Triumvirate, just the Rocket League gods are on their side right now.
I think how Telecommuters are playing in the last 60 seconds of that match is what they need to embody for the next match in order to bring this back. Because that last 60 seconds, they definitely came alive. We saw like 4 attempts on their net that were all insane, and I'm surprised none of them went in. Fortunately for Triumvirate, they hold on to game 2. Can they hold on for a third match and get a sweep against Telecommuters?
We'll have to see what happens here. Look at his stats, honestly, nothing too crazy, but as we do get into game 3, we'll see if we have some crazy antics coming out, as obviously Telecommuters now have to reverse sweep, and if they lose, they're going to be sitting 3-3 on the season versus Triumvirate, just looking for only their second win on the season, which is crazy because how they're playing tonight, you'd think this team would be fighting for the #1 spot.
Yep, indeed. We've got a 1-4 team about to go 2-4 against Telecommuters, get their second win, which is, again, astonishing. We both said in that match, because I believe it's both of us that were casting the matchup of the, oh, was it the 0-4s or was it the, I don't remember.
Yeah, the 0-4s.
Yep, we're the one casting that matchup, and we both said it was astonishing that both these teams are so low. Whale's going to put in another one.
Yeah, this is just off kickoff here. Prometheus just straight up beating E-Crux. Blasky just can't react to it. And yeah, Z-Wills, yeah, that's
yep.
We've all been there. You think you can reach it, you try, and you just miss, and then you know the second you miss that ball, it's an automatic goal going against you. So basically now we're starting 0-0, but as I say that, Kicker trying to find another kickoff goal. There's just so much chaotic bumping happening around this field.
Anyways, what I was saying was I definitely believe Triumvirate have found their edge in Division A, and I definitely think they've 100% come alive. And now you really can't look at them at 1-4 and say, hey, these guys are the bottom of the division. I don't think that even comes close to summarizing, because they're about to take down a beast of a squad of Telecommuters. If they can lock out this next game, tied, almost gets one right there for Wales to go up 2-1, doesn't quite find it.
Again, I'm not worried. We can already go next because Telecommuters are going to win this one. This is just how the script works, all right? But either way, I am looking for Kicker to score. He's one of those names that we really haven't called on him much. You know, a lot of it is Prometheus and Zeal is just running around crazy. You kind of talk about, you know, the DSU team with Gravy and Prometheus, and you kind of got your third man who just has to sit back and try to figure out what's happening. And as I call his name, Kicker almost putting it in the back of the net. Should be turning, still maybe getting a shot. It is an open net, and again, missing it. Zeal's missing it. Someone put it in the goal.
I definitely do feel when you're mentioning the third man as being that third man. Kicker going for something there. Prometheus is now in the Fennec. I didn't actually notice that swap at the beginning, but he did swap up cars. Let's see if he can deuce. No, what an unfortunate miss. Heat gets the duck underneath, and Wales comes diving in for the save. Just as I was talking about it.
Not what we expected here. We see Heat Assassin already ready to pre-jump this one, which he does so well. It's going to be a little bit awkward for Kicker, who ends up missing. Everyone missing. Demo score happening. Ecrux now last man back. Kicker looking for the bump and cannot find it. Ecrux, what a save. Still tied 1-1 as we are just about to reach halfway through this game 3. Again, Telecommuters have to get a reverse sweep versus Triumvirate. Just one win away from taking their second win and 2 in a row of the season.
Indeed. Definitely, like I said earlier, they have definitely come alive, and I don't think Telecommuters were ready for that when they came into this lobby. They definitely have adjusted since, and we're seeing a lot closer games, and with a great opportunity from Wales, almost finds that one top left, but he can't quite get it in. Now Prometheus trying to get it up to a pre-jumping Kicker from the corner. That was a very, very ballsy play coming out from Kicker.
Kicker going to be missing this one. Blasky, can he find the touch? It's on the goal line. Unfortunately, not going to fall his way. Heat Assassin going to get beat up by Prometheus. Ecrux now last man back. He's probably going to take it slow. Maybe with the fake coming out from Prometheus. It's disgusting, and it finds the back of the net. Ecrux, there's almost nothing you can do. But Telecommuters digging deep for the lead here in Game 4.
Yep, and this could not be at a better time. They need this win. They're on their last leg. They don't have another. Triumvirate are in a very fortunate position where they have 3 lives just to get 1. But unfortunately for Telecommuters, that means they're on their last life, and they need to perfectly reverse sweep. And this is a great start, I will say. Having this level of aggression and control, they don't seem to be making the same overcommit mistakes anymore. They seem to be controlling the ball and actually.
Wasn't worried.
I don't know who their coach per se is, because each team has their own little guy who's going to be analyzing what we did wrong. But curious to see. Hopefully we can maybe get them in a winner's interview sometime and ask them.
That's
who
a double commit here. This could be dangerous. Counterattack. Ecrux versus Kicker. Decent flick from Ecrux, but it does buy a lot of time for his teammates to get back. Minute 10 left. Wales and Kicker both going for this one. Now we see some fake attempts happening. And like you mentioned, Telecommuters, they aren't going for these crazy overcommits, all 3 players on the goal line. So looking a lot better as this ball is probably going to find the back of the net. Somehow it does not. Now we've got another counterattack going the other way. Maybe demos galore happening off the sidewall. Can anyone get the read? It's stuck there with 45 seconds left. Heat Assassin again going for some fakes and just some trickery. But the clock keeps ticking down.
Oh, I so wish I saw that angle from Heat. I knew what he was going for there. He was going for a perfect corner read. Unfortunately, Prometheus there to shut it down. Z-Whale is going to try to get this mid to zone, maybe get a third one this match, winning in a little bit more of a definitive way. I think thus far, every single game, correct me if I'm wrong, has been a 1-goal game. And which definitely goes to show how good both these teams. I know the score line says 2-0, but these 2 teams are still very closely matched together, being only 1-goal games each time. Maybe Heat can get something going, send this to OT. Maybe not, he can't quite find it, and it does touch the ground. We have
It's not even a question. It's as expected. This is how the script goes. So, just a reminder that if Triumvirate win this next one, I then have to bet all, at that point, 130, 140,000 channel points on Cripplefy's team winning the next match. So, I don't know if you guys are rooting for them or against them, but if Triumvirate take this game, that has to happen.
Yeah, definitely. And this is definitely the start you need for Tellecommuters. And honestly, I think we need to see in this next match, if they want to complete the reverse sweep, they need to win in a more definitive fashion this next match. They need that momentum going into Game 5. Because definitely Game 5s, people can come alive in, and you want the momentum going into that. Now, one thing we didn't notice is, regardless, one of our predictions in game count is going to be right now. Either it's going to end in Game 4 or Game 5.
You're definitely not wrong. Granted, you had Tellecommuters winning in 5. Now, the worst part would be Triumvirate if they win in 5, because then we both get it wrong, technically.
And we'd both be half. I would count us as both being
half
right.
Personally.
You know what,
however you want to look at it, you do you. But Triumvirate, again, trying to hold off a reverse sweep attempt. Tellecommuters, they looked really, really rough in games 1 and 2, but game 3 looking a lot better, looking to smooth out a lot of the rotations here. So we'll see. Heat Assassin gonna get a flip reset, which he does, taking matters into his own hands. And you see the emotions on cam, ladies and gentlemen. That's about all you get.
I mean, yeah, I was about to comment before that one went on the emotions on the screen. The Tellecommuters are definitely looking a lot more upbeat since the start after getting that first win. I mean, now they're down and they're still, you can see Kicker in the bottom left, still a little bit smirking, and Prometheus laughing at being scored on, which is huge. Definitely vibes good on both sides, so now you can't really chalk it up to one team not really playing on top, because they both seem to be playing really well right now. Unfortunately for Tellecommuters, they are down 1. Fortunately for Triumvirate, they do have that goal security in a match point game, which is huge.
This ball has been in the corner for like a solid 30 seconds, not going anywhere.
If you're Triumvirate, that's not a bad thing. I mean, of course, now
God.
it is, because Wales somehow scores that.
How does this go in? He gets a pop. Ecrux is getting bullied by both players. Somehow he finds that angle as Prometheus and Kicker are both coming out of the opponent's net.
So you know how I usually get more hyped right before I think a goal's about to score? Yeah, I didn't see a goal being scored there. It looked like it was just going to go to the side, and it was just going to pinch across, maybe go to the corner yet again. But somehow Wales is like, you know what? Let's find an analytical angle on this. And Ecrux going to find one of his own. He can't quite get it.
Lasky? It's on the goal line. It's open, and Heat Assassin does tap that one in. Back and forth we go. Ecrux trying to take a page out of Z-Well's book, and Kicker, there's really not much you can do on a squishy save that hits the bar like that. Heat Assassin with the easiest tap-in of his life, though.
That is unfortunate, but we do still have nearly 4 minutes of the game left. There's still a lot of game 4 to go. It is a 1-goal lead, which is massive. We all know the first team to score definitely has the edge in the series. I don't know the exact statistic. I know there's like something like 68% of games that when you go up. Oh my God, almost. Got
hey,
the
I respect the plan, the pogo or the plan B attempt.
Z-Well's trying to find that angle yet again. He can't do it twice in a row. Prometheus with a semi-free ball. Great pre-jump coming out. He can't quite find the pre-jump. This time Prometheus finds the pre-jump. Free ball for Wales to pick up, but I stand corrected because Heat just appears in the midfield and just shuts that one down, getting Triumvirate to go on the offensive end. And again, as I'm talking, we're going the other way with Prometheus. Definitely the ball is going back and forth so much. Is that just in? That doesn't.
Oh, it does go in as we all just hold our breath, not knowing what's going to happen. A touch from Ecrux, and he's the one who actually ended up getting it himself.
Yep, I thought that one was going to somehow stay out. I didn't want to say anything just yet because I wasn't 100% sure on who, if it was going to go in or if somehow Tellecommuters, someone gets back and taps it out. Who knows? But now we have a 2-goal lead, which is the biggest, besides game 1 having the 2-0 right off the bat. That is the biggest lead we have had yet, which is kind of a crazy thought, especially with Tellecommuters and how aggressive they are.
as we see, like you said, a 2-goal lead happening. We're now halfway through the game here. Assassin now getting a big clear downfield. Actually able to follow it up himself, and we're just seeing a lot of chaos here happening off the ceiling. Zewell is going to have to lead this one. Blasking from the ceiling. That is such a good touch to disrupt any offense that we were going to see from Tellecommuters here. As I say that, though, Prometheus.
That angle was almost insane. I was about to lose my mind.
It was insane.
Fortunately, Heat and Ecrux do an amazing job of defense to get that tap out from that angle. But unfortunately for them, Kicker was ready for that tap out and just slams in the back of the net.
Well, this is an awkward kickoff. Kicker pops it right up to Blasky, but Prometheus is there. It was a free double for a second, but Prometheus does unfortunately get bumped to the ceiling. We cannot see a follow-up. Heat Assassin now trying to get his own follow-up with lots of 50s. There seems to be so much just 50 and pray and hope what happens. Oh, that's such a good pass. Blasky not able to find the back of the net, but we're seeing such opportunities here coming out from Blasky and Ecrux. A
great opportunity coming from Zewell. He has space. He can't quite get the reset. I don't know if he was going for it, but he definitely got the butt touch and keeps that one out. That one somehow doesn't find its way in either. Zewell's with another attempt. Gets a great read off the ceiling. Gets it over one. Hits the corner. Ecrux with a great clear. Doesn't quite find its way anywhere dangerous. And now we're going back the other way. And as I say that, Kicker there to prove me wrong. Kicker there for the shot. He can't quite find it.
Minute 22, the time is ticking down. It's the worst enemy of Tellecommuters. Ecrux gonna take his sweet time, get some boost, go for a little solo play. He's got control of this one. Does he find it all the way? Can't quite power through. Prometheus stands strong on the goal line. It's a good pass infield. Blasky now facing an onslaught. Ecrux, he's on 0 boost, so this is a great opportunity, but Heat Assassin diving back. Tellecommuters, you gotta take advantage of that.
That was a 2v1 situation. I think if you just send someone for a demo and another person just shoots it on target, then that would have been a goal, but unfortunately, it was not quite there, and we still see the 2-3 scoreline with now less time on the clock. Coming down to the wire. Can they find it? Can they tie up this game and send it to a 5? That's dangerous if you're Tellecommuters. Doesn't quite find its way.
Oh, Ecrux, this is an open net for a split second. We're seeing, again, so much awkward and almost no boost from anyone on Tellecommuters. Triumvirate have 20 seconds left. They just need to hold on for a split second. We're seeing awkwardness. Ecrux has to dive in. The shot is there, and Zewell puts it in with 17 seconds left. The disconnection of the columns of defense. Heat Assassin and Blasky, the hard double commit. And that is now just a chance for Tellecommuters to take this game.
Tied game. Most likely, now not definitively, but most likely one game, like 1 point left in this game to send it to 5.
Heat Assassin now is going to be awkward. Ecrux taking this one. We have overtime is looming unless we see some magic happening here, which we might be looking at. Can Ecrux get anything mid? He does. The net is open, and Heat Assassin on 0 seconds. Triumvirate take it.
What a close game. I didn't really see something coming in there, but Heat with a great positioning to tap that one in for a game for win. Your prediction holding true.
Well, first of all, thank you. My prediction, of course, is always correct. But second of all, what an opportunity on 0 seconds. I thought for sure we were going overtime there. I don't know how they managed to clutch that up.
Yep, what a game for Triumvirate, getting their 2nd win of the series. Let's get them in here for a post-match interview. Are they in question? Oh, they are.
Oh, yeah. Hello, boys.
Yes. Hello. Congratulations on the win. K-Till, you good over there?
No, Robbie, I'm pissed at you now.
Why?
So, Cripplefly and I were talking, and we made a deal that if I got my prediction exactly right tonight, that I would bet every single boost, all my channel points, on his team winning the next game. And I had you guys winning 3-1. So, because of you, I now have to drop like 140,000 channel points on Crip's team winning next. So I either love you or hate you depending on if Crip wins.
It's Crip, he'll win.
Easy.
Anyways,
Who's he playing?
I don't know. Doesn't matter
What?
though. I have to go all in.
what a series. Now, my biggest question was one that actually we mentioned in the game. Was there much of a game plan basing it on the counterattacks? You guys seem to have gotten a lot of points just on a lot of overcommits coming out from Telecommuters.
Not really. No. We just kind of show up.
Just kind of play.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just work. It just worked out for us really well.
Hey, you didn't change cars every game, so that was something.
Yeah, I know. See, Blasky has told me that if we get a 2-0 lead, I can switch cars now.
You didn't even switch cars when we had a 2-0 lead.
I know, I forgot. That was my bad.
I think mentally he switched cars. That's why you guys lost that game.
Exactly. Yeah, I switched to Nomad in my head.
Oh, I love that. Heat. First of all, I don't know if you were aware, but you let a little emotion escape when you had that disgusting fake on them and then pop it off the crossbar for a little double. That was
Thank you.
that was disgusting.
Yeah. I'm still upset mine and E-Crooks' pinch didn't go in.
I know. We had like
commented on
3
that.
good shots.
It was a sad day.
We had so many scuffed ones.
Thanks for providing the social media crew with a couple of clips with the fake. That was amazing fake. Bravo.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How are you guys feeling? I'll direct this one towards Blasky. I don't think there's been any questions towards you yet. How are you guys feeling going into your next week match? What do you think you need to change up? Like, I guess, what are your thoughts towards going into next week?
Oh, we're just like actually like trying to play now. I think that's about it.
You just said, all right, let's actually lock in, guys.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
I just picked up my controller this game, so
You turned on the
I
monitor.
know.
The rumor is Blasky, you're now on PC. Is that correct?
It is correct. It's
And
very different.
I am
Question mark?
too.
Soon. Are you on PC now?
I am on a PC right now.
Did that just change this week, or when did you guys get it?
It was like last week, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's where the W
why you guys
started
won.
coming
Yeah,
in.
that's why you guys are winning. So
The
if you guys
PC
want,
bug.
you can link in chat. You can get 10% off of Best Buy pre-builds. So
I didn't know that was
Sick.
a thing. That's cool.
Build your own though. It's better.
Anyways, K-Tool, do you have any other questions for these lovely gentlemen?
boys, congratulations. As your coach, all I gotta say is half try, and apparently you guys win, because that's the mentality between all three of you guys. So
Sounds about right.
I'm expecting the calm release video to be very exhilarating and talking about anything but Rocket League. So I'm excited.
Oh, it's
about it.
fun.
But
Next
either way,
week I'll
congratulations.
record it. I'll record it next
Hey,
week.
you guys
There
got
you go.
back-to-back wins. You guys have what, one or two more in the season, but obviously you guys got a little break with spring break coming up here. But we'll see if
Oh yeah.
you guys going off on vacation
Right.
makes you guys gods or terrible at this game.
I'm always bad though, so it doesn't really matter.
True. Ecrux just took a week vacation. He hasn't played Rocket League since our last series.
Amen.
Picked up the first game
There
and
you
it's
go.
done.
There you go.
Speaking.
Yep. Well, congrats on your guys' win. What a game. Thanks for giving us some amazing content to comment on. Yep. Good luck on the rest of your guys' matches, and we will catch you guys later.
Appreciate it. Thanks for streaming. Bye.
All right, and that is it for our first game of tonight. We still have two more. One more still with me and a guest coming later. You'll see who that is. Have to stay and watch. But we have Boost Injectors versus Doughboys coming up. For now, thank you, Katil, for joining me on tonight's stream. Do you have anything else to say before we send it to
I am either going to be so rich or absolutely broke in the next hour. So that'll be interesting. See what happens. It's been a lot of fun. I'm glad I got my prediction right. Again, I don't know what it is, dude. I am doing so well on predictions. I think it's like I'm 14-2 on the season. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know if I just had to be graduated or what it is.
So the theory is you handed your curse off to Tech 7, because from what I've heard, he's like 3-15 or something like that on his predictions.
It's out of my system, dude. It's great. So anyways, you enjoy going to break. I know we got another series coming up. And yeah, if you guys want to bet all your channel points to bet against me, I'm about to drop 136,000 in the channel points. So have fun taking my money.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you so much, K-Tool, for joining me tonight. It's always a pleasure to have you on here. And thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned in for our next match, and we will see you in a little bit. Peace.